Hello, my Flosstube friends. It's time for another episode. It's time for another episode of this fun, fantastic Friday Flosstube Weekly Update from me. I am Annie. I am Joy-Filled Stitcher, both here on YouTube and on Instagram. I got that right this week. And if you are tuning in, this is a channel about cross stitch, and this is specifically a video about cross stitch. I'll chat about some other stuff, but for sure there will be cross stitch. And a lot this week. And this is Flosstube number 43. 43. We are technically less than 10 away from like my 1 year in numbers. But I don't know if we're really like 10 weeks away. I guess we maybe are. I don't know. So how is everybody this week? I have had a fun spring break. It has been eventful. It has been awesome. And I will share some of that here in a minute with some life update. But first, let me welcome you back if you are a returning viewer. And this is not your first go round to my circus of a floss tube. If, however, you are new since the last time I filmed last Friday, welcome. It is Friday, March the 13th. We are right smack dab in the middle of March already. I don't know how it happened, but it's here. So, what do we have on the docket today? We got a little tiny bit of life update, what I've been doing over spring break. Kind of what we have some plans coming up. It's coming soon. We have one FO. We have no starts this week, no starts to show. Got some whips to show, have some plans, some things in the works. I have quite a bit of stash to share. I have some things I kitted that I thought would be fun to share. And, oh, in case you did not realize, I will be announcing my 1K giveaway winners today. So 2 weeks ago, actually it was more like 2.5, almost 3 weeks ago, I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm a little bit over that now, and I conducted a giveaway where I was giving away 4 items, and a lot of you shared with me what your favorite whip was, shared which items you would be interested in, and today, just a bit ago, about 30 minutes ago, I sat down and I did YouTube random comment picker. It was an interesting situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert that clip here. And then first I'm going to remind you what those items were, and then I will insert the clip, and then I'll tell you what the interesting situation was. So, the first item was kind of a random assortment of things I love. So, it included a pouch that I sewed, a project pouch. There was a question about project pouches. I have not done a tutorial. There have been so many people who have asked me about a tutorial. I don't have the equipment nor the means to want to purchase the equipment to do like overhead shots and things that were needed to do a tutorial. Plus, who really wants to see me sitting at my sewing machine? Some of you might. That's cool. So what I will do is there's a great, it's kind of like either a book sleeve or a iPad pouch, but there's one tutorial that some of you who have asked that question in the past, I've linked you to it like in your comment. I'll link it in the description box below. It's very similar to how I put mine together. And so that should help you. I think that's how Kathy, I think I shared it with Kathy, who's one of my viewers, and she made quite a few, I feel, and sent 2 to me. So anyway, project pouch, 2 pieces of Aida dyed by me, both 18 count. A cute cardinal needle minder, some dinky dye silks, and this one also had the fun Ray Dunn mug that says bless your heart, and it's currently wrapped in paper, so I am not going to pull that out, but the person who wins it will have it sent to them. So that was number 1. So if you entered for number 1, that was what you were hoping to get. Number 2, I have to reach, I'm too far away. Number 2 was another pouch, and this one included the entire kit of Needles Dance, including the Classic Colorworks and the Witchelt fabric. And the chart, obviously, the chart. And I think there's also, like, I had done a laminated copy, so that's in here as well. So that was number 2. Number 3 Another pouch. Got a theme. And this is completely kitted Fairy Coffee Mother from Heartstring Samplery. Comes with 18 count Mystic Aida. The DMC called for, and again, it has a pouch. And then the final one is in a big brown box, but it is a Happy Planner bundle. It includes a 2020 Happy Planner, a vertical colorful boxes, a Happy Notes notebook, so you can have some lined paper and an extra couple of covers and rings, and then the binder, because I love my binder. It keeps it all kind of tucked away nicely. So those are the giveaway items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this one, send you over to that clip, and then when you come back, we'll chat about those winners. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning into this little snippet where I pick the winners of the 1K giveaway. There are 4 prizes. So the way that I figured was the easiest to do this and not take 100 gajillion years was to just pull up a comment, and we're going to look and see which ones they entered for, and then that will be their chosen item. So we'll see how this goes. Let's get going. So I have put in the URL for my Flosstube number 41, which was, hey, 1K. It's a giveaway kind of a thing. And there were 136 commenters. And we're going to go down here. And we're going to start. So let's look at our first comment. This one is Sue Smallwood. My current favorite project is Wintertime by New York Dreamer. Barb and Leanne worked on it and I love it. I would like 1, 2, 3, or 4. So, Sue, since you had 1, 2, 3, or 4, you will be winner for number 1. Let's look at our next one. Cat Crazy Creations. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. Awesome. Love your projects. My current favorite project is Mirabilia's Raven Queen. I would like item 1, 2, and 4. So you will be item number 2, Cat Crazy Creations. Congratulations. Let's see who's next. We have 3 and 4 still available. Let's see. Long Dog Stitcher. Happy Friday. She is the hashtagger. Who are you stitching with, Weeks? I've never seen that Plum Street sampler freebie thing you're stitching. Gotta go look that up. Yay for seeking solace. I got the smallest start ever on Death by Cross Stitch for hashtag Long Dog Leap Day Sal, but it's now officially my favorite whip. Number 2 or 3. You are going to be number 3. Yay, Jenny. Long Dog Stitcher. All right. This is going to be for hopefully this person wants number 4 because that's what we have left. So let's see. And if you get this one and you don't like number 4, it's okay. All right. This is Kathy Morrison. Hello. Congratulations on your subscribers. Hope you're feeling better. Well, bummer I missed on your destashing. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I would love 1, 2, or 3. Have you done a tutorial on your pocket pouches? So Kathy does not want number 4. So herein lies the situation. Kathy, I'm going to reach out to you and I will throw a 1, 2, 3 Stitch gift card your way. Let's see if we can find somebody to get number 4. This is going to be specifically looking for somebody for number 4. So let's see. And we may just have to go up and put in a number 4. I'm looking to see. Sambry, Becca, you didn't say you... Oh, number 4. Becca, yay. You're going to get number 4, the Happy Planner Pack. So, yay, that is everybody. So, I will be reaching out to the 5 of you and getting with you about how to get your addresses and all those fun things. So, I'm going to send you back to the regular video. Thanks, guys. Bye. Alrighty, so, congratulations to those winners. So, as you can clearly see, it might have been a good idea had in the future put in number 1, so it just pulled up the people for number 1, number 2, just the people that wanted number 2, number 3, etc., because I came across Kathy Morrison, who was the last one called. At that point, only number 4 was still available, and she didn't want number 4. So, Kathy, I will be sending you a message, and I will get you a $15 1, 2, 3 Stitch gift card, because I felt bad that I called your name and you didn't want the Happy Planner bundle, but that opened it up for Becca Sambry Stitches to get it. So I know that she'll enjoy that, and hopefully she will be a planner gal with me. So anyway, congratulations again to Sue Smallwood. who got the Favorite Things goodie pack, the #1. Cat Crazy Creations for needle stamps. Jenny Long Dog Stitcher, who got Fairy Coffee Mother. Sambry Stitches for the Happy Planner Bundle, and then Kathy Morrison, the 123 Stitch gift card. I will get with each of you. Again, I will reach out to you, so I will comment on your original comment, or you're welcome to comment on this video if you would like as well. Or you can send me an email at joy.phil.stitcher@gmail.com, and there's going to be some kind of verification to make sure you are in fact you. All right, so since we've already done that, I hadn't even started this, have I? Yes, I started it. And now I feel like a ding dong. Do you think I'm going to edit that out? Because no, I'm not. And in case you were curious, this is not booziness. This is not, there's anything wrong with that, because it is happy hour, Erin. It's happy hour. But I am imbibing during happy hour on some Topo Chico. I love me some eau mineral. Agua mineral. All right, so little life update. This is spring break for myself and my daughter. I am a teacher, and so when she's on spring break, I'm on spring break. When she's on summer break, I'm on summer break. So it's really nice. And we really didn't have any huge plans. I had a doctor's appointment on Monday. No fun, but, you know, that is life. And I try to plan them when I can, not during the school year. So I don't have to use up my days. And then Wednesday was our big truck over to North Dallas to go to the American Girl store. Over when we were in New York, we had gone to the American Girl store with the Joy-Filled little one. And she noticed that they had like a little cafe, and there were girls getting their doll's hair done. And she said, oh, I wish I had, you know, such and such doll here so I could get her hair done and we could go eat and whatever. Well, that was not something that my dad was real super hyper interested in. And so I thought, okay, well, that's a good thing for her birthday. So her birthday was at the end of January. She had a party, whatever. So I gave her a card that said that we could go over spring break. She could take a friend and the friend's mom. We'd have lunch. Each of the girls would get one doll's hair done, and then we just look around and maybe she could get something. So we trekked over there. We had our lunch. We checked in for the little hair salon. Super cute little cafe. The food was actually not half bad. It was not crowded at all. I was really surprised, being that it was spring break and we were there like at 11. It wasn't like we were super early. And then the girls hem and hawed around about what they wanted to get. And her friend's mom had said that her husband had wanted to get both girls something. So they each picked out something. And then Joy-Filled little one was adamant that she wanted a big doll. All she has really are the welly wishers, and has lots of things that go with them. And I had already said, no, we're not getting a big doll. We're not getting a big doll. Well, she called grandmother because grandmother had said that she could get one thing on her. Grandmother said, get a big doll. That's my mother. And I said, well, that's fine for grandmother to say that you could get the big doll. But ultimately, it has to live in our house, and that's my rules. So at one point, Joy-Filled little one said, well, fine. The big doll or nothing. So we had a little sass and attitude come out. So I said, okay, so you want nothing, because I've already said no to the big doll. And she said, I don't want anything. So we went and we walked and put all the little thingies up, because Daddy had said he would buy something. I said I would buy something. Her friend's mom was going to buy something, and then the grandmother was going to buy something. So she was getting 4 little somethings. And this whole time, she's got 4 of the 5 Welly Wisher dolls. And I had said, well, maybe we'll get the 5th doll. No, I want a big doll. I only want a big doll. I don't want anything else. I just want a big doll. I was like, okay, well, fine. Then that's your choice. And so at that point, her friend was getting ready to check out with their little bit that they had accumulated. She was getting one of the small dolls, one of the Welly Wisher dolls that Joy-Filled little one already had. And I said, you know what? We're going to go visit the restroom before we leave. And so when we were in the restroom, we had a little heart-to-heart. And I said, you know, it makes me really sad that you're being so ungrateful and kind of ruining this whole experience. You're getting all these little things, but you've kind of put your foot, this this is so to speak, the hill you want to die on, is get nothing over getting a few smaller things and just being okay with not getting the big doll. So we came down from the bathroom and we sat at a bench at the bottom of the escalator, and her friend and mom were done shopping, and they said, well, we're going to go upstairs and use the bathroom now. I said, we're going to sit here and we're going to think about our choices. And so finally she apologized and said, I wasn't trying to be ungrateful. I really wanted a big doll, and I told her that I understood that, but that did not make the most sense, and she understood that. And I wasn't trying to be like hard and fast, but I was going to be hard and fast. If she was going to say like big doll or nothing, then she was going to walk out with nothing. But she, you know, she was apologetic, and she said she was thankful that we had gotten to do the experience, and I mean, really kind of mea culpa'd, and was like, I kind of had a bad attitude for a minute. And so she ended up getting the fifth welly wisher and like one outfit or something. I think that was what her friend's dad had bought. But anyway, it was a fun little thing. Traffic was not terrible, which was surprising as well. And she's been suffering through nasty allergies this week. Wednesday was probably one of her worst days. Just super nasally congested. The grass pollen has been so high. Tree pollen's been super high. I take allergy medicine every single day, no matter if I'm reacting to something or not. I wake up, I take a Zyrtec. My husband is the same. She should be taking a Claritin every day, but had forgotten for a few days. So it was not built up in her system when this huge, like the warm air came. It was like in the high 80s earlier this week. And today it's been raining, hence the frilly, lovely. We'll see how crazy it gets by the end of this video. So, in other news, as you probably are well aware, we are in the throes of, in our area, hashtag TP apocalypse, which means there's no toilet paper to be found anywhere because of the coronavirus. And so this week has been interesting because it's been one thing after another. It's been my husband's depressed because they've postponed the start of baseball. Baseball is like his livelihood. My dad is upset because he's supposed to be going out of town for an annual trip he does with his guy friends to watch the NCAA tournament in Florida. Like, not to actually see the games, but they go to a specific place. They play golf. They watch the games. Well, they all got canceled. The NBA is suspended for the time being. And then the school started talking about it. And so as of yesterday, some of the area schools had closed. Some of the schools that I was familiar with in the Houston area, which is South Texas, had closed. Some of my friends' districts down there had closed for additional week after spring break or so forth or so on. And today, the big public school district and a bunch of the other ones, including some of the other ones I taught at previous, had a huge big conference call with the county health department, and it was their recommendation that we extend spring break, so to speak, and that was the bigger districts. So the bigger districts, most of them have decided to extend for an additional 2 weeks. We were still waiting on it as of this afternoon, and then at about 1:30 I got from our messaging system, please check your email for an update. So we are going on 2 additional weeks out of school. The first week we'll be preparing to go online. So we will be pushing out online teaching come the 23rd. So this next week we'll be getting things together. I don't know how that will work for me. I am the learning specialist, so I work with the kids who need additional time, who need additional support, who need tutoring. I don't know what that will look like when we go, because we'll be on the Google platform. I don't really know what that will look like yet. So, that is yet to be seen. Pray for me, because I get to be my daughter's teacher for 2 weeks. And, as my mother said, you're used to working with the difficult children. I said, but none so difficult as my own, because she is so much like me. We are like oil and vinegar. It's why I could never homeschool her. Like, if it was not a child who was exactly like me, stubborn, die on that hill, I know how to do it better than you, Mama. I'm going to need the prayers. So I already told her that this was spring break. Next week, we're going to be reading, we're going to be working on math facts. She goes, well, she asked grandmother if she could be her teacher. I said, nope, that's me. I don't know what it looks like for my husband. I do know that they are already going on. I had talked about this, I think, last week, that they're going on they're shutting down to retool for the new trucks that are going to start rolling down the line. So that, I think, was already happening starting in a week or so. So it kind of was perfect timing, so to speak. But needless to say, there is no toilet paper in the city of Fort Worth. This morning, a lot of people that actually needed toilet paper, they're like, well, poop, literally and figuratively. I didn't go in mass hysteria, and now I'm down to a roll, and I have 5 people in my family. And so people were like, go to the Office Supply, go to the Home Depot, they still have some, whatever. Well, this morning, somebody yesterday posted that the Costco was going to have toilet paper when they open today. And then this morning at about 10:05, somebody posted the line that was wrapped around the Costco. You know how big a Costco is. The line's around the Costco. And the toilet paper was sold out within 10 minutes. Yeah. And they're rationing. They're saying you only get 1 pack. Yesterday, Sam's Club was out of control. And one of my friends said, well, it would have been great had the Scan and Go app not crashed, because that would have saved so much time. So a lot of people were like, don't go to the Sam's, because the saving grace of Sam's is the Scan and Go, where you scan as you're shopping and then you check out and walk out the door. Yeah, no, it crashed yesterday. So we've only had one presumptive case in our county. And it was somebody who had traveled and come back. And his family doesn't have it. As far as I know. So I think that we are being well proactive. I don't know what this means going forward. I don't know if 2 weeks is sufficient. I don't know. So we'll see. Needless to say, I will have some time to stitch. We're going to have art time. And because she has art at school. So we're going to have art time. And when we have art time, Mommy's going to get to do art time. That's the silver lining of this interesting situation. All right, so in totally other news, after I've rambled about that, and you probably don't want to hear anything about CV, coronavirus. Tomorrow is market day at Stitch Niche. That's my local LNS. Tomorrow's market day. I am so super excited. It also means I will have a market day start. I do not know which one it will be yet. And I got my first market stuff today in the mail, and I'm going to show it to you, and I'm so excited. I ordered some things from Gulf Coast Stitches. That has already come. I pre-ordered a few things from the Stitch Niche. I'm getting those tomorrow. I don't think I'm starting anything from, I might start one of these. I don't know. I need to figure out if I have fabric and then get the flosses. Oh, I have my Flosstube and Stitch book. This is Artist Designs. I show this sometimes. It has all my notes. Anyway, I'm not sure when I'm going to start yet. I need to see what I have at the Stitch Niche. I want to go ahead and get the flosses when I'm there, and fabric maybe. I don't know. And then my big order is still getting pulled by Mystic Fabrics. It's kind of scary because she says, okay, I've done all the kind of small to smallish medium orders, and I've done the 2 largest orders. And then today she was like, I've done the medium orders. And I was like, oh, crap, how much did I order? If I'm because she does alphabetical by first name, I'm A. So theoretically, if I was in the small to medium orders or the 2 largest order, which I was not, I already knew that, I would have already had my order pulled and invoiced. Bum, bum, bum. So we shall see. There may be more destashing in the future. Actually, I do have a few fabrics that I pulled that I am going to be putting up this weekend or next week early. So turn on post notifications if you would like those. I also am contemplating selling my French kitchen kits because I'm just not feeling them. So we'll see. I haven't decided that yet. I also spent some time this weekend and early this week kitting, and I think I'll show you those too. This video probably is going to be kind of long, but we're going to get moving. So let's talk about first FFO. I have one FO. Lives in a bag that I sewed up. This is part of the Heart and Hand Square Dance series. I have completed January and February, and I finished March. And I am doing my own colors for this. This is on 18 count Aida from Mystic Fabrics. It's just a one-off. And I love March. I love these birds. They are so cute. So I did a palette of classic Colorworks and 2 Victorian mottos. So I used Blue Corn, Rain Shower, Straw Hat, Black Coffee, all from Classic Colorworks. Oh, and Queen Bee, that's the yellow detailing. And then the red is Victorian Motto Old Barn Red, and the white is Victorian Motto Prim Stripes, I think. It was part of her little 3-part Americana set. So, I'm excited because I'm keeping up with my plan of, it's finishing it within the month. My goal is I'm not going to probably fully finish them until they're all done. That is just what it is. I didn't have any starts this week, so let's chat some whips. So I am part of Cross Stitchers Journal and Daily 30. It is Cheryl McKinney's group. It is a closed group. Same spiel. Please do not reach out to her to ask to be in the group. As of yesterday, I finished up the Grand Canyon Week tasks, which was 3 weeks worth of tasks actually. And now I'm working on Gilligan's Island. So this was my New Year, New Start. And this is Long Dog Samplers. Count Your Blessings. It says Count Your Blessings instead of sheep. And I'm actually using this for a 200 stitch task. And then I will be using it this weekend or even maybe tonight. I think I maybe have it slotted to work on tonight. I'm going to try to get 400 stitches. So I put the vase is completely filled in. I am doing this in the called for. And this is on 18 count Pictures Plus in sterling. It's one of my favorites. But the vase is fully filled in. This whole chevron stripe is done. And then I started putting in some of the sheep. And the sheep are in Gentle Arts Slate, which looking at it, my new favorite, I've talked about this before, my new favorite sheep color is Classic Colorworks Shabby Sheep, and it's part of that Plum Street Sampler Lesson 4. And this lives in a Diddly Daddle Designs bag. Oh, and I didn't show, it also has a, Flossbuddy Bendy Flip. It's a 12 pocket, and this one is a Tula with swans. So, that got a bit of progress this week. Then I did 2 tasks in this project. This lives in a GaRon Tottenbags. This is the Red Truck Christmas tree, which holds my Prairie Schooler Christmas tree farm, which if you have watched me before, you know mine looks nothing like this. And it is on 18 count Under the Sea fabrics in Ice Princess. And I got over 400 stitches this time because I did two 200 count project task prompts. So I did this cool tall spindly tree and the fox. I have not filled in the eyes. I'm going to do that at the end. And then I came up here. That was one task. And the other one I did this cool conifer looking tree, and then this little house. And this is the only house that's going to have a red door. That's my house. And it's a navy blue house with a gray roof and a red door. And no, this does not look like my house. My house is like reddish brown brick with tan trim and a red door. But I like the little red door. Something different. I love this project. Its birthday is in June. So I theoretically would love to have my projects finished before their birthday. That's going to work great until like October when I decided to start everything, and then same with December. We'll just see how that goes. All right, so then, for hashtag SCS March Madness 2020, that is Steel City Stitchers. I am doing their bracket system. However, I am doing one matchup a week. And then the last 3 days will be the final 4 kind of a thing. It's working out okay. So the first week I spun a wheel and it spun the new whip. This week I put it up to a vote, and it was between Quilting Bee or that new Start Tudor Roseberry. Y'all pick Quilting Bee, which is fine by me because its birthday's coming up this next month. So if you are not familiar with, looking for my picture, the Blue Flowers Quilting Bee, I started this last year on April 15th. This is on 16, oh, it lives in a Tula pouch that I sewed. It is on 16 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. That was market fabric I bought last year. And I did a little over 200 stitches in this. No, that is a lie. I did way more than that. I did like 400 stitches or something. I don't remember exactly how many. But I finished out this motif. I realized, I think the last time I showed this, I had said I'd done something wrong with the coloring. I did. One of these light colors was supposed to be this dark color and this dark color. I messed the symbols up in my brain. And then I came and did most of this motif, and I did this whole motif. I love this motif. So the big changes I'm doing to this are there are two big like quilt patterns. Oops. Right here and right here. I am not doing those. So I think there's one more of these small ones over here that I will do, but then the frame is the only thing left. The bee is completely done, and I love it. Oh my gosh, Janine is incredibly talented, and I have like at least I think 2 of her things that are in my pre-orders, and I think some others that are on my wish list. And I obviously have Sleeping Bee. I think I have the fabric for Sleeping Bee. I don't think I have it kitted. And then this has a I lost my words. This is a BagzPlus Bendy flip. It's got 12 pockets. It doesn't have that many flosses. This is the called for. And then I just put another copy of the picture in the back pocket. It's got a clear back pocket, but it has the cute bees. So this will get moved over to Sleeping Bee when this is done. And that will get started when this is done. I am allowing myself to start that when this gets finished. So this is a fun stitch though. It looks so pretty. The colors are so nice. I am concerned I'm going to run out of Mountain Mist. So I probably will pick up a skein of it and hope it's not too different when I'm at the Stitch Niche tomorrow. In fact, I need to put that on my list. Okay, I pulled out one that I have not had out in a while. This lives in a Diddly Daddle Designs bag. And I use this for a prompt. And this is Playing with Jacks by the Cricket Collection. I'm doing this variation that has the forest pumpkin in the middle. The forest pumpkin is a freebie. I do link it when I link the project details in the description box below. As always, that is not there when I upload the video. It usually has a few hashtags and says more details to come, and I do it on Saturday morning. That's just kind of my routine. I keep my flosses in that So Kelly Co Bitsy Bob. And this is a Bitsy Bob 2. It has the swing out. I don't have very much in here right now because I've just been working on that one pumpkin and there's not that many colors. But once I get motoring along. And then it came with the her floss cards, which I love. And I need to order a few more because I think they're really a good size. I like that they have the 2 rows on one side instead of on both sides. I think it keeps your floss neater. Anywho, this is on a 32 count Picture This Plus in Valor. And I got what I wanted done, so that's good. I finished filling in this side's purple. There is some funky errors in my counting somewhere in this. So this side is not what it's supposed to be. It is what it is. I'll work my way through that problem later on. And then I started filling in the cream of the pumpkin, and I went ahead and did the little wonky outline at the top. So I know this is now a fill-in, which is great because if, we've got a time where I need to be, like on Wednesday, we have to drive over to South Lake, which is close to Dallas, for an appointment for my daughter. And so this is something good to take because it's literally just all one color. And it's very mindless stitching. I'm kind of trying to motor through this because I've got a lot more to show. All right, so then I pulled out this project again for a prompt in the Cross Stitchers Journal and Daily 30 group. This is in a GaRon Tottenbags for it's my Downton Abbey bag. This was actually, I think they just must have started doing labels because I haven't had this that long. Only had this since like October, and it doesn't even have a GaRon label on it. It's vintage. And this actually houses my Downton Abbey piece. This is from, I believe it's EXE Handmade on Etsy. I will link it below. I am stitching it as it shows. I am not going to stitch the flag, and I have not decided on the words yet. So we shall see. This is on a piece of 16 count Picture This Plus in Sprite, which is a really pretty light lilac-y lavender color. And I got a 200-ish stitches in it. And I went ahead and did these 4 windows, these 2 rows, and then this is another row across, and these are some other details. But what I wanted to do was get in some of the kind of pinpointing where I go next. And that just to me makes it easier. So I've gotten, this is one side over here. I've gotten about halfway, more than halfway over. And then I've got the other tower to do. And then there's a lot of fill-in. There's a lot of other colors. So it's just, this is a unique, I like kind of having some different projects. Some of you have mentioned previously that you like that I stitch on all kinds of things. Not any one specific thing. So that's good because I have varying tastes. As I have said, and Long Dog Stitcher Jenny has hashtagged, I am who I am, and that's who I am. Another GaRon Tottenbags. And this one actually has a GaRon grime guard. And this was my hashtag Long Dog Leap Day Sal start. This is Long Dog Sampler Seeking Solace. And I worked on this a little bit today. I do have more slotted to get a task, a prompt for Cross Stitcher's Journal. So I've filled in more. I think to finish out this prompt, I need to get these 2 lines down to the page break. And this has my Ollie block, Ollie dot minder, and I do link that below too. He's found on Etsy. So, and this has the 11 by 11 grime guard, which I use on my Frankenstein 8 by 11. And actually, several of you on my last video said that was your favorite size too. I have 2 favorite sizes of Q snaps. I like an 8 by 8, and I like rewind. I like a 6 by 8 and an 8 by 11. So I buy a lot of size 8 Q snaps because I'll buy like a 6, 2 8s, and an 11, and that gets me 2 6 by 8s and 2 8 by 11s. And Amazon is where I found the best prices on those. All right, so that's all of my whips. Now, I think what we'll talk about is some of my plans. So I am planning to get Count Your Blessings, some into Count Your Blessings. I need to spin, because I didn't do this last week. I think I just had too many other things going, and I'm trying to figure out how to make everything work together. And I'm not even in that many groups. Like Sammy J, girlfriend, she is well organized because she's in like 7 different groups, and it blows my mind. I love watching her videos and hearing her say, well, I did this for this and this and this and this and this. And then I'm like, and she's a girl from Texas, so I love that too. Okay, so here's what I need to do. I need to spin for my Barbara Anna Mondays, my bad Mondays, and I have a completely open wheel. So let's see what we are going to spin for my bad Monday to maybe spend some time on this week. So let's see. Whoop, it was good for a minute, and then it went all wonky. All right, let's see what we get. Yay! Witch Ride. Okay, so that is one that I am doing a complete conversion on. So I'm excited about that. That'll be a good one to do. Okay, so now I need to spin for my Flossmas Focus. And I don't have very much left on this wheel. So let's see. Let's see what we get. Okay. Meh, I don't really work on that. I'm going to spin again. I don't listen to the wheel 100%. Ooh, Deer Tier. That's a good one. It's a small. It's a little hands-on design one, Deer Tier. So that's a good one. Okay, cool. All right. So let's talk about what else I want to work on, and I'll show you where I am on them. This weekend, I wanted to spend some time on Great Is Thy Faithfulness. This is by My Big Toe Designs. And this one I think is on a piece of 18 count Mystic Fabrics. And so far I have the top border and some of the words. So I'd like to get a little bit further on this. This is a fun stitch. This is a beautiful piece of fabric. I think this is a Mystic Fabrics. And I'm stitching it in coloring cotton. I was looking for a fabric tag, but I guess I don't have. Oh, yes, I do. It is an 18 count Mystic Fabric. It was a mystery one I got at Christmas time. And I'm stitching this in 3 Victorian mottos and a coloring cotton. So a really pretty palette for that fabric. And my notebook fell on the floor. It's not a video with me if something does not fall on the floor that I need, and then you get to see too close to my head and my burgeoning bald spots. Hashtag getting old sucks. Anyway, all right. I am wanting to spend some more time in this one. I do have this slotted for a prompt. This is Plum Street Sampler Cereal Bowl Collection, Sampler Lesson number 4. I am stitching this on 25 count because I'm crazy about it now. It's so awesome. Oh, this is in a pouch of me, of my creation. So was the other one. This is 25 count Ash Rose Lugana. Got it on 1, 2, 3 stitch. It's like the smallest size. I think it's the Stitcher's 16th or something like that. I love that they offer that smaller size, because then I feel like, okay, when I get these big giant cuts, I'm like, ugh, my serger doesn't work. It's mean. It's about to get sold in a garage sale because I'm over it. And sometimes I don't want raw edges. So anyway, this is 25 count Ash Rose Lugana off of 1, 2, 3 stitch. I am stitching it 1/1. And those pumpkins and sheep are just insane. I want to spend some more time in this, like immediately. I might even do some tonight. I might forego working more on Seeking Solace for this. We shall see. We shall see how ruthless I am. Ruthless, I say. All right, I really do need my book. So, I can nearly guarantee you that that crazy, gross face I just made is going to be my screen grab. Let's see if I can do something cute. Maybe it'll pick one of those. I'd be good with that. All right, I would like to spend some... I didn't get any time on this either. This is my one whip go, too. I'm just haven't gotten to it. I've had other things. That is life. This is Acorn Assortment by Artist Design. I will do something in this. This is on 18 count Mystic Fabrics insert. That's all she wrote. And this lives in a cute little Diddly Daddle Designs in hand stitcher size bag. So it's the smaller bag. And I love it. It's just so cute. All right. What is this? Oh, let's talk about my matchup for... Actually, let me show you one other thing. So I think I showed this last week, but I am trying to get a restart on Bless Our Land. This is for the retreat I'm supposed to be going to, like, on April 4th. And doing a finishing class. Yeah. So I pulled some 18 count. So I need to get moving on that. I am just doing this in the DMC. I may just ask if I can sit and watch the class, because I don't know that I will get it finished. It's a cute stitch and I will stitch it. It just may not be done in time. All right. So this week's hashtag SCS Madness, March Madness 2020 matchup pits in a pouch of my creation. And this is the one that Jenny said she never heard of. It's on Paulette's blog. Link below. This is Mary Sampler. So this is my winter matchup. So Mary Sampler, which I now have completed border on. It's so funny that I chose this, because at one point I was like, during Stitch or Ditch, I was like, ditch it! And then I pulled it out and I love it now. So that's my one option. That is my whip option. And then I've got my new start. Now, don't just go by the cuteness of the bag. But this lives in a GaRon Tottenbags. This was the February bag of the month. And this is Blue Flower Winter Valentine No Words version. And this, if it gets picked, this is getting stitched on 28 count Ale, which I think is really pretty. By Picture This Plus. So, I don't know if I'm going to do this on a vote. I don't know if I'm going to spin, because I'm afraid I'm afraid y'all are going to pick the new start. I'm afraid. I'm afraid there's too much bias. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided what I'm going to do that yet. What I'm going to do about that yet. All right. Here's what we have left. We have some kitted things I want to show you, which I'm really excited about. And then we have Joy-Filled Stashy Stash, aka haul. So we're going to show you some of the things I'm working on kitting currently. So this, I think, is going to be my Easter start. After I pulled flosses for this, I was like, Jiminy Christmas, that picture does this no justice. So this is Mirabilia's Gathering Eggs. And I am going to be stitching this on this piece of 32 count Storm Lugana. This, oh, there went my book almost. This is Picture This Plus, I believe. Yeah, because usually you can look at the code. Picture This Plus. So I'm stitching on this, and I mean, dude, look at these colors. It is DMC. Okay, hold on. That's not even all of them. It has like a gajillion. I think it's like 40 colors. But, oh my stars. I started pulling these and I go, that picture doesn't look like that. But I'm insanely happy. Look at these. Look at. This is, I can't do this. I can't hold this up. But look at. That's what my kid used to say when she was little. Look at, mama. Look at. So not so cool. Look at these colors. Look at. Eee! So I think that's going to be my Easter start. Or Easter-ish start. So I'm excited about that. And currently, until maybe I can get a cute Easter themed bag, this lives in a Amazon project pouch. Alright, so then I haven't really done much to kit this, so I'm not going to show it, but I am working on kitting Liberty Lane. I am going to be doing Priscilla's color conversion that is on her blog, and I'm going to be doing it, I think I ordered 18 count Vintage Country Mocha, I believe. Alright, here is one. I showed a preview of this on my Insta stories. This is a terrible picture. So I just downloaded yesterday or the day before? I don't remember. Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine for this spring. I re-upped my subscription. A couple of reasons. One, I love it. Two, I noticed that Priscilla and Chelsea are going to have a series, like a chalkboardy series. So super excited about that. This is also going to be a series, and it specifically says this is the first of 4 seasonal tarts. Each design uses the same recommended fabric and tart pan, so you can easily stitch the whole series. This spring features Henrietta the Hedgehog admiring her tulip garden. Oh! Terrible picture, but Lindy Stitches, Stephanie of Lindy Stitches. I didn't need another start, but I will be starting this. It is so cute. And it's in DMC. She stitched it on Picture This Plus Feldspar. I pulled, this is actually on Stash Unload. Somebody was Stash Unloading their components of their French kitchen. Specifically, she was getting rid of some of her Lugana pieces. So this is a piece of hand dyed by Stephanie Lugana in French blue. So this is the color I'm going to be using, which I think is really cute. And then it's just called for DMC. I have a couple of colors I'm missing. And I've got this one in a bag. I don't know where this bag came from. I think I bought it off of somebody on Instagram. And it's got a hole in it. And I could sew it up. But you know what? It gives it character. And nothing has fallen out of it yet. Alright, so then I kitted up another Mirabilia. This is Alice. I am not, though, going to stitch the curtains and stuff and the beads and all of this behind. I'm going to do her and the archway. And that's just my choice. And then I pulled all the DMC, and I am contemplating stitching this on one half of this piece of Unipoo from Mystic Fabrics. I haven't decided which part of this I might do it on. I'm considering this, but I'm also considering this half. I don't know. We'll see. I have also ordered a couple of others. Ordered, I think, one other, like a lavender Lugana off of 1, 2, 3 Stitch. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide on. This is... Is this Butternut Road or is this Lavender and Lace? Lavender and Lace. This is the Firefly Fairies. I have pulled, again, this is a tentative, but I have pulled this 32 count Mystic Fabrics linen. Kind of a gray linen. I think it's going to look good. But again, this is not getting started really anytime soon. Hold, please. Sorry, that was the husband. He doesn't very often call me from work, so that was a little shocking, but it's okay. He forgot I was doing a video. Okay, so then I went ahead and pulled, this is a Butternut Road. This is Catch the Wind. I love this one. I pulled, I think it's half of the piece. No, it's the whole one. It was part of that lot that I got off of Stash and Load a bit ago. I thought the really pretty blue was nice. We'll see. Again, I don't know when this is getting started. I just thought I'd show you. And I got the DMC for it, or pulled what I had, and then pulled some others. And then, for my Bent Creek The Arc mantle, I had this piece. I think it's a 16 count. It might be an 18 count. Just a pretty piece. And then again, I pulled the DMC for it. I think I wrote down what I used. No, maybe I didn't. Anyway, so I'm thinking this might get started in May. Oops, wrong side. I meant to show, I need to put the other one on the other side. I might start this in May. I'm still contemplating what I'm going to do about Mania. I don't know. Let me see. I really don't have any intention to want to start a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Okay, so let me show you some stuff in my other bucket. I've got buckets upon buckets. So, it's joy-filled stashy stash time. And this is my Ray Dunn Joy bucket. And it holds my stashy stash. My haul. Alright, so in here, this kind of segues from kitting into stash acquiring, because I acquired some charts and I kitted them. So I acquired from one seller. Okay, so I loved the Janlin kit, which is the Blessed is the Life That Finds Joy in the Journey. I knew I had seen another one. This is the one I wanted. This is the Little House Needleworks Blessed is the Life. This was the Hoffman Distributing 30th anniversary exclusive. So I found somebody was selling this for a great, great price. So I purchased it. I pulled the fabric for it. Also from that same seller, she had this one, which I have been jonesing after. This is My Sheep by Little House Needleworks. And it says, my sheep hear my voice. And I love those little, I don't really love stitching houses, but these are smaller houses. And that cool looking like tree in the middle. And the sheep. And then she sent me a chart for free. And this one is Blessed Are the Meek. And it's got a sheep and a red house. So I pulled fabric for this one too. I think that these are both on the same fabric. And then I don't think I've pulled any fabric yet for Blessed Are the Meek. However, I did go ahead and pull, let me stick this back in here, pull the flosses. And I pulled from my stash. I pulled between what was called for, the DMC. Oh yes, I did pull for Blessed Are the Meek. This is a piece of 18 count, I think, Veterus, or 16 count Veterus. And I pulled a mixture of DMC, because that I think was crescent colors. So I've got DMC white, Gentle Arts, Cherry Wine is the red. The chestnut is the kind of brownish color. I've got Barnwood, which is, I think, the sheep face. I don't know. And then this is the Mrs. Sados Hunter Green color that came as part of her little Christmas gift to me. And then I have ordered a skein of Shabby Sheep for this. So that was for Blessed Are the Meek. And then for the other one with the sheep, I also ordered a skein of Shabby Sheep. And then this one is this is the My Sheep Hear My Voice, and I'm going all out on this one. I am going to do the houses in these two Victorian motto colors. I've got a pretty brown, like that one's really just pretty much like a few colors of brown and green and stuff like that. I ended up pulling in a couple of colors of green. I've got 935 and Granny's Green Apples, which is so pretty. I think this is the grass. And then I pulled in Hick Sticks, 729 and 3782. So this is just some of the other colors. So yeah, that one I did a little bit of funkiness with the houses just to mix things up a little bit. And I pulled in an extra color of green, just again to mix things up a bit. And then for the other one, I really pulled in some additional colors. I went all through my fancy flosses and found a fun palette of colors. I added in some additional colors because this one, let me show you. If you can see, it's very limited in the color scheme. It's like one green, one brown, like a dark brown, dark black brown. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 7 colors. So I went a little bit further than that, and I pulled in some classic colorworks that I've been dying to use, like Calico Kitty, Clay Pot, some different greens, Deep Fennel, which is this bluish green, and then I do have the 3371. I pulled in some Week Styleworks Blue Heron. I pulled in blue. I pulled in all of my favorite colors. Because that's kind of like, I love that. Blessed is the life that finds joy in the journey. I'm trying to find joy in this journey every day. And so yeah, I really enjoyed kitting those up. No like scheduled on the calendar as to when those will start. So we shall see. You will see them when I figure it out. All right, so let's talk some actual more stash. I got a few things from Stash Unload. Somebody had this chart. It's so funny because it actually came from my LNS. It came from Stitch Niche. And this is Stitcher's Prayer by Carriage House Samplings. And so it says, I pray that risen from the dead I may in glory stand, a crown perhaps upon my head, but a needle in my hand. And so I really liked that. And it calls for either needlepoint, silk, or DMC. I'm going to look and pull the DMC and see. I don't think I'll do it in needlepoint silk, but I'll probably pull the some fancies that are close or tweak it a bit. I liked that. Oh, that was a neat one. Somebody had some insane prices on some Lugana and some Aida on Stash Unload. And so I got a huge piece. This is a 28 count Cameo Rose Lugana, and this is a 21 by 29 inch piece. So I thought that was really pretty. I'm kind of liking some even weaves. A lot of these, the fancier ones, the ladies, the Mirabilias, are stitched on those. So I thought that could even be good. Although they call for 32s a lot because of the beads. But if I don't do the beads, then that's not a problem. This is Weathered Rose Aida, and I got 2 pieces, and it was $5 for both of the pieces. Another kind of a dusty pink. Then she had this Stormy Lugana, which I think was kind of neat. It's actually Stormy Cloud Aida. That's 18 count. And then she had another huge piece of powder blue. It's not really showing up. Powder blue 28 count Lugana. And this one is a 19.5 by 29 inch piece. And so the 2 Luganas were 12 a piece. And then the Aidas were 5 and 4. That was a deal. That was a deal. A deal. So, Stash Unload groups on Facebook. Don't ask how my Stitch from Stash is going because it's going terribly, especially with markets starting to come up. We're not going to talk about it. Alright, so right before Misty left for market, she did some bit bags. She said, I need all this gone. So this was an $8 bit bag, and it came with some small, like, ornament cuts. I got a couple of pieces of what I believe to be, like, 32. I think, I don't know. These are just good size little pieces. And then I got some Luganas or Jobelins. I don't know. I got this one, that one, which I think is gorgeous. That one and that one. So I am set on some ornament cuts. And then I got, so this was I remember what she called this, like a higher, I don't remember what she called it. And then I got one that's some Aidas and other things. And this was, this is all Aidas. So I got some of what I think is 20 count Aidas or 18 count Aidas. Some opals. This one is a 14 count. Not my jam, but that's okay. I'll find something for it. This is another 14. I think this is Orangey Glad. Look at this one. What? This is either an 18 or a 20, and it's beautiful. I think that's Aurora. This, I think, is Unipoo, and I think that's a 14. 14, really pretty. See, some of these are really big. I think these are all 18s. It's like sherbet colors. This, I think, is Mother Nature, and I think this is an 18. Pretty green. Then I got some bigger pieces. Like this one's a pretty good sized piece. And then some of them are just some like Zweigerts. Like these are two 18 count vintage country mocha, which are great for some of these more like Prim things. This I think is taupe. I don't know, but it's an 18 count. And then this is like an ivory or a cream. It's not antique white because I have plenty of that. So that was a deal. Like that whole swath was awesome. And I helped clean out her storeroom. And now I'm covered with little fuzzbees. Stuff it all back in the bag. If you are part of the Dying to Stitch Berries Club, avert your eyes. Warning, 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 warning. I had said I didn't think I was part of it. Apparently I don't pay attention to my bank account to see that it had processed a payment. But this is the first in the series. This is Live Simply, a Quaker Wisdom Berry. And these are a steal of deal. I think they're closed now, but have it on your radar for next year because you get the linen, a needle, all the flosses on the floss card, and then you get the finishing materials, which in this case, you get the wool to make it, and then it has this detailing around the top with all these tiny little all black pins, and you get all the pins to complete it. So I think that's really cool. I like it. I don't know when I'm going to start my first berry because I have the Tudor Roseberry. I've got a couple of other ones, so we'll see. So Nancy Victorian Motto posted that she was running low on her Fabulous Reds collection. So if you see this and go, woo, I need that, go over and email her. But she did a whole collection of reds, and my reds are lacking. My reds are all kind of in projects. My red section of my drawer is pitiful. So I needed this. So you've got Rose Red, which is DMC 309. You've got Prim Valentine. It does not have a conversion, but you could easily figure one out. You've got, this is Red Burgundy, 815. Fabulous Red, 321. Valentine Red, 816. Holiday Red, this one says it's also 816. It's a little bit different, so I would say it's probably, one of those is actually, I think this one might actually supposed to be like 817. Mrs. Claus Red, 326. Rich Red is 816. See, I don't see this as 816 either. I think this is closer to 814 or 815. This one is Antique Red, 815, 816 to a combo. Scrumptious Red. That is a word that Jan Hicks likes to use. Scrumptious. This is Scrumptious Red, 498. Oh, Scarlet! Exclamation point. Which is the Devil's Red, 666. And Centennial Red, 304. So yeah, kind of a good wide variety of kind of the rose reds, the true reds, the orangier reds. So her flosses are a great deal. They're 20 yards a piece. If there is a DMC conversion she feels comfortable putting it, we'll have it on there, which is great because when I put them in my spreadsheet, I can sort by that DMC number. And then when I'm looking to pull a conversion, I can go, ooh, I have this one that's supposed to be that number. There you go. All right, so Becca, Sambry Stitches, I'll link her channel below, shows every week these beautiful fabrics from her friend Brandy at Bee Stitch Me. Darn you, Becca, you enabler, you. I decided to this past Friday participate in her Friday night fight night. So that is what she calls like when she can put up some kind of like Misty's fabric games. She does Friday night fight night. And I got 2 pieces of Aida. I got an 18 count. This is in granite. This is an 18 by 21 inch piece. I thought that was really pretty. I am obsessed with neutrals of all kinds right now. Grays, blues. Yes, I consider some blues a neutral. And then I got another piece of granite, but I got this one in 28 count Lugana. So you can see it looks very different. But that's really, it's a pretty great, it's great neutral gray. So I know I'll find something to stitch on them. All right, so I'm going to show you one more thing, and then I'm going to hopefully not forget something I need to share with you. All right, so my very first market pre-order came in today, and I ripped that sucker open. So I ordered 4 charts from Julie at Gulf Coast Stitches. I'll link her website below. She's phenomenal. I mean, literally, I think she got back and was sending shipping notices within like milliseconds. And I think she still does have some stock on her side of things she brought back that people didn't pre-order. I love this because I was able to go ahead and pay for it when I checked out. Now, if something was not available to be, like if she couldn't get it and it was an exclusive something she couldn't get, she would refund you. So I felt comfortable with that. And it meant that I didn't have a bill waiting for me. Another bill. Because I've got Stitches tomorrow and Mystics whenever it decides to pop into my inbox. So I got 4 charts. I got 2 Kathy Barracks, 1 Hello from Liz Matthews, and a heartstring. So the first one that I got is, this is Fracture Bees by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just so funky. It's so cool. So, I mean, those bees up there, the bee scaps, it's insane. Amazing. Amazing, insane. So this will get started at some point. This might be a market start. I don't know. I need to figure out if I want to do it in the DMC or I want to, this one is actually charted in DMC. A lot of her things she does in needlepoint silk, but this one is DMC. This, I think, might be my market start. I don't know. We'll see. So this was one of 2 Kathy Barracks that I acquired. I don't think I claimed any other ones anywhere else, but I know these 2 were for sure. But this is a visit from Spot, and it is so amazing. So amazing. And so you've got the large sampler, and then you've got the smaller one. I love the horse, the little crown, the bird. I mean, just everything about it. So she has this charted in needlepoint silk and DMC. Her conversions are on point. On point. So I think I'm going to stitch the large one. I don't know, because I really like the small one too. I don't know. So it might be my start. I don't know that. I guess you'll find out next week. And because of my obsession with HL's moth, I had to get BR's moth. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Because I need a pair. And then this was, as I was talking about in a previous video, this is the antique moth that she used as her inspiration for it. And this one again is charted in needlepoint silk and or DMC. Love. And I love this fabric that it's on. It's on Havana from Weeks Dye Works. However, Color and Cotton has a Havana that I think would be really pretty too. So I'm going to look and see though what I have. And then the pièce de résistance, which will get started, but I had to order my fabric, is Heartstring Samplery, Heartstring Samplery, Consider the Lilies. And this is an epic project. This is in honor of her 200th. This is her 200th chart that she has released. This was a market exclusive. It is a book. It's incredible. It's incredible. And so I ordered my fabric today. I actually still had my Color and Cotton coupon from the Harvest mystery box. So I ordered a half yard. This thing is huge. And I'm doing it on 18 count Aida. There is no over 1. It is all over 2. There is some back stitching, but that wouldn't be a problem. And I'm going to do this in Color and Cotton's Caraway. And I got the idea for that gorgeous fabric from Bluebonnets and Whiskey. I follow her on Instagram, and she occasionally she needs to film another video. She's from around my way. And so I loved her choice. Now she's doing the linen, which will be a little bit of a deeper kind of peachy, beigey. I'm doing the Aida, which will be a little on the lighter side, especially the high count Aida. So I'm excited about this. So I am going to be figuring out what flosses I already have, because I will stitch this as charted or close to as charted. And then what I don't have, I'll get ordered, because I will be starting this as soon as I have all the supplies. I am considering, this is going to end up framed over our bed. We don't have a headboard, but we're looking at kind of a low headboard, and I think this would be great framed. I think that's what actually my friend over at Bluebonnets and Whiskey is thinking of doing. That's really the only space in our house that's large enough for this piece that doesn't have anything hanging. But I don't have a specific start date. I think it could be cool to do this as an anniversary start, which is June 11th. The only problem with that is, do I really want to start this at StitchCon? Probably not. So we shall see. We shall see when I decide to. But this is gorgeous. It was market exclusive. I think there are still some folks that have this in stock. In fact, let me look something up real quick while we're chatting here, because I have something to share with you. I have a code to share with you. And I want to see if possibly this is available on that site. So, one of the most generous and dearest merchants in our community is the amazing Trish at Threads Entwined. She is doing sales upon sales. She posts just the most inspiring things on her Instagram. Well, she reached out to folks on her Instagram and said, hey, if you share about me in your Flosstubes, let me know, because I would love to give you a code for your viewers to use. And I thought, wow, that's really awesome. And I have shared about her from time to time. I've ordered things from her. I did her Color and Cotton Floss Club for a while. I've had to back off on that just because I have so much floss. It's like kind of insane how much floss I have. And so she has shared specific codes for those of us who would like to share them with you. So I am going to be sharing them with you. And so I'm looking to see if this is still available, because I'd love for you to go buy it from her. I can't spell. I probably should have done my research like before this, but it's kind of the whole thing of like, oh, I'm going to conduct a giveaway and not think of a question ahead of time. Been there, done that. Every single time. I'm trying to see if it'll... Sometimes her site struggles to load on my phone, but that's, I think, my phone, not her site. So while that's loading, let me tell you what the code is, and I will put it in the description box below. And she said it would be active. She said later this week, and then it's active until the end of May, and it's Joy15, and it's good for 15% off until the end of May. So Joy15, and it's good until the end of May. She has, as of right now, 5 of these in stock. 5 of Consider the Lilies. So it'd be a great opportunity for you to probably use that. I think you can use it on anything. She didn't say there was any stipulations. So Joy15. Go and shop. All right, I think I have talked enough. I've rambled enough. I've talked about coronavirus enough and shown you enough nonsense this week. Nonsense and foolishness. Thank you to all of you that continue to stick around week to week. Thank you for the just immensely positive comments last week. I felt kind of down on myself going into last week's video. And just specifically, it was like, it was wearing on me if I was being genuine enough and being myself enough. And y'all were outright like, yes, you are. Absolutely. Don't change. Be who you are. And so I love that. I love that about this community, that we can all like kind of carve out our own little space. And there's the little quirky things about each of the people that I watch. And, you know, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. And I'm really excited because hopefully, as far as I know, Stitching Texas will still be going on in the next couple of weeks. It's April 4th and 5th. So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully, you know, Lord willing, the stars will align, everything will be in place, and we'll get to go and have a great time. And so I'm really excited. I am tempted to film like a little short video tomorrow to share my stuff I get at the Stitch Niche. We'll see. Maybe. We'll see how that goes. Anywho, I'm going to end this now and tell you to have a great stitchy week ahead. Be safe, be healthy, be joyful, find what brings you joy, and keep doing it. And until next week, or until the next time I film, have fun, guys. Bye.